I enjoy coming out and playing disc golf on days like today because it's the middle of the day and no one else is on the course. Or if I can get out really early on mornings, on days when someone I know might be on there, I still like to get out here before anyone else. And I always play by myself. And you know why? Because I don't want anybody to know how bad I am. Ow! Look at this. Just had my 6-month appointment. Has to come every 6 months just for a checkup. It's, nothing's big. But, the doctor decided this time, let's draw some blood and let's just run a couple of tests. And I think that woman was having a bad morning because she said, all right, you're going to feel a little stick. And it was not a little stick. Man, that hurt. I'm going to go relax by playing some disc golf now. I've only got a couple of days left in my track out. So, on the one good day that I have left, I'm going to try to get at least 9 holes of disc golf in. Not very good, but I enjoy the game. Unfortunately, the wind is starting to pick up as a front is moving through, and I really don't need any help with my disc going errant into the woods and trees and bushes and water hazards. I do pretty good putting my disc there on my own. But we're going to have some fun anyway. And you never know. Usually, I jump a deer or two when I'm playing. Look at this little guy. And this guy has crawled up out of the mud, trying to get some sun, warm himself up. I'm not going to mess with you, buddy. This is a snapping turtle. I'm not sure how old he is, but just to give you an idea of his size, there's my hand. So he's a young guy. I'm going to leave him alone so we can enjoy the sun. Like I said, I don't need any help in that department. Okay, we're going to go with that. From what I have observed watching the pros play, this is where the game is won or lost, in putting. Two out of 4, not bad. That's where most of mine end up on this hole. Come on. Okay, that's a little better. Woo! This is not going well. Perhaps recording this was maybe not the best idea I've ever had. Now it's time to play a little game I call Where the Heck Did My Disc Go? This is the benefit of having somebody with you, because they can help you spot it. And you'd be surprised how hard it is to find a bright pink disc against pine straw and leaves. I don't think it'd be a round of disc golf if I didn't lose a disc. And so here's what I think has happened. My disc has come into this brush area at just the right angle, and it has buried itself underneath all of this thick pine straw. Sometimes you can't find your disc on the ground because it's not on the ground. It's one thing to lose a disc because you've thrown it in a water hazard, or you throw it in the bushes and can't reach it, or you just can't find it. It's another thing altogether to just not pick it up. Getting ready to leave, playing on my last hole, and I look down in my bag, I'm missing a disc. Where did I leave it? So now, let's walk the front 9 all over again. I'm no phlebotomist, but should my arm really look like that from just 3 vials of blood? There are 2 things that would make me a better disc golf player. 1, just got to practice more. But 2, play with somebody else. And I don't like to play with anybody else because I don't want anybody to know how bad I am. I like to come on days when everybody else is at work and I just happen to be off. I've got the course to myself. I can throw as many discs as I want and keep retrying, and no one sees the fact that 4 out of 5 discs bounced off a tree 10 feet from the tee pad. No one is behind me wanting to play through when I'm spending 15 minutes looking for a lost disc, and I never have to be embarrassed. Now, there's been several occasions where I've been here playing or at another course playing, and some local pros will come through, and they have always invited me to come on their pro night at the park. A lot of the area disc leagues have the parks reserved once a week, and the club plays, and they have a little mini tournament, and they always pair up 1 pro with 1 amateur. And every pro I've ever met has given me tips and has invited me out and has said, "Oh man, it'll be great, you just come out and play," he says, and you'll learn so much. The very first time that I ever played disc golf, I'd spent $30 on a really cheap starter kit, not very good disc, and I'm out on this course and have no clue what I'm doing, and wow, the throws were awful. And this guy came along who happened to also be playing by himself. He was passing through, and he invited me to walk the course with him, and at every hole he gave me feedback. He helped me to get better just in that first day and taught some things. And then I knew that, I was holding him up, so I thanked him and I let him go along. But I learned from someone else because I let them see me. I let them give me feedback. If I did that all the time, my game would improve. Everybody wants to get better at something, but very few people want to put themselves on public display and be judged by how well or how poorly they may have done. We've got to get over that, and if we're going to learn. I've already said, that day that I spent with that pro walking the course, my game improved so much in that one day because of the feedback that I was given. Like every other teacher, I try to establish an environment where students feel okay making mistakes and not getting something right, because I know that they will learn more in the end. The trick is allowing myself that same kind of freedom. giving myself that same permission to not do well. And what I should focus on is that end goal of being better instead of that immediate consequence of not looking very good. Only we could incorporate that kind of mentality in everything that we did. Imagine what we could accomplish as individuals. Imagine, and not just necessarily problem solving that saves the world, but just in our own individual lives. Imagine what you could learn if you allowed yourself to learn from someone else, if you allowed yourself to be a learner and to be corrected and to make yourself available for feedback and let somebody help you out. That's something to think about. That's something to look at my own life and see what areas I need to let someone else get a more intimate picture of so that I can become better at it. Think about that. See how you can apply that to your own life. Until then, thank you very much for tuning in, for watching this. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe down below. And remember to always give somebody a reason to hope and learn something new.